President Trump has already carried out many of Project 2025's directives on immigration. The outstanding items might hint as to what could happen next. The conservative plan to reshape government included a section on immigration written by Ken Cuccinelli, the former acting deputy secretary at the Department of Homeland Security during Trump's first term. Cuccinelli advocated for mandatory detention and said Congress should allocate funds for 100,000 beds in immigration custody and allow for ICE to hold people in tent facilities. Over the past year, ICE has opened several of these sites, including the East Montana Detention Facility at Fort Bliss in Texas. 3 men died at the facility since it opened in August. The El Paso County's Office of the Medical Examiner ruled one of the men's deaths a homicide. The Associated Press reported that a fellow detainee claimed to have witnessed the man being choked to death by guards. Project 2025 also argued that the U.S. should make it more difficult for immigrants to obtain visas, including students from countries the plan's authors deemed to be enemies. Mahmoud Khalil became the first non-citizen student targeted and arrested by the Trump administration for pro-Palestine speech at Columbia University. In January, a federal appeals court delivered the Trump administration a victory in its efforts to deport him, saying Khalil should have appealed his removal order in immigration court before going to a federal judge. The Trump administration also ended temporary protected status for people whose countries have experienced recent crises, such as a natural disaster or war, and made it more difficult to get visas created to protect victims of crime. All tactics outlined in Project 2025. For more coverage of Project 2025 and immigration, visit capitalandmain.com.